Welcome to the Fortress of Tomenames. Led by Matthew in the year 78, our dwarves arrived here during the spring. As we move into autumn now, a good 6 months have passed and things have been going pretty good so far, but let's backtrack. Let's go back to spring and look at how things started. Hey everybody, Weem here. Welcome back to Dwarf Fortress. It's been a while since I've played this. It's been about a year actually. I tried to play somewhat recently and another point last year and just had issues running the game. I think it sat too long, was out of date, but I've recently got rid of everything, reinstalled, and we appear to be good. Just recently on the YouTube channel in the community tab, I put out a question out there yesterday asking for your names you'd like to see in the next game I run. Had a feeling it would be Dwarf Fortress, and today in a poll when I asked about a couple different games, Dwarf Fortress seems to be leading the pack, so I figured we would jump in here and get started. If I zoom in, you'll see some recognizable names. MC Steve is in there, Sweetie, Kalohe. So we're starting with our 7 dwarves in this area here. And if we kind of scroll up to the northeast, we'll see a bunch of trees, and I'm going to actually drop this down. You can actually see some water down in there, but if we lower back down underneath the tree cover, we can see there's a river. I want to move down here. What I've done is I stuck a stockpile here for pretty much everything because I want them to move everything over to that area. So we're going to go ahead and get things started here and see exactly what they're going to do. They're hopefully going to grab things and start moving down there. It does seem to be the case. And over here in the top down view, you can see we've got people running around. I think they're going to get things and move it down there. We can move our screen over, and then we're going to go ahead and lower this down. So yeah, you can see them carrying things over here. We will have to break the wagon down and get it carried over here, but pretty good start. I also selected a number of trees to get chopped down, so getting working on that, which is good. We definitely want to use a lot of wood. And it's good to have the water here because we can actually pull this in maybe to some kind of moat or something. I'm not really sure, but the only real goal I have for this kind of run is to basically reacquaint myself with the game and the controls. I've done that a little bit over the last week or so, kind of getting used to the controls a little bit, but just to kind of remind those of you who have watched videos of mine of this game, I was no expert. I was just getting into the game, and so now trying to pick things back up. There's a lot I remember, but I definitely was not a pro. There's a lot of stuff I'm going to be looking up, trying to remember how to do. We're going to see how long this goes. I may take this 2-3 episodes or so. Could go longer. I want to keep it somewhat short, though, and then we may do some new start after that. I probably could have done this first, but I've actually got this stockpile here, and that I had them originally move everything over to, but I then quickly dug into the hill here and made an area here for a stockpile. So I've actually turned everything off of this stockpile, and except for wood. Wood can be stockpiled here, but everything else I have set to go here. So you can see they're kind of doing some running back and forth. I've got a farm plot here I want to get going, and I'll probably do a few more of those because this is stone inside. I don't think I can really get a farm in here without... Like if you bring in water, it can muddy the ground, and then you can start doing that. But anyway, we'll stick to outside stuff for now. So anyway, I'm just still trying to get everything organized. Well, it seems Matthew has to get everything done here. Chloe's the farmer, but he wouldn't get in here and set up this farm. So Matthew to the rescue. I didn't realize that this was actually not stone ground here. We've got soil. It was indicating here earlier. And there was only this one, I think, was granite. Yeah, so I made an assumption this was stone, but that was not the case. So we got the farm here. I've got a farm workshop that's going to be put in. I actually dug this out. I was going to have stairs here. Let me get this going again. But I decided to make this kind of like the meeting area, the meeting hall, and I'll do the stairs back here. So I'm actually getting ready to dig that out now. So let's see, if I go to D, and I want to do, I need to start with the downstairs, so J. And we're just going to do a 2x2. So there's that. Then I'm going to go down one. And now I want up and down stairs, which is I. So I'm going to select that spot. And then that's what I like about Dwarf Fortress. We can go down, 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 down. Click. And we will be digging stairs all the way down there automatically. So as things progress, I thought I would jump back into the Stonesense view here, and you could see people milling about. I'm putting a wood floor down the kind of the primary entryway here. We're going to do like the hall here, the mess hall, and I've actually set up, in fact I'm realizing I kind of messed this up. I didn't connect it all the way through. I thought I had an area we're going to dig out for a kitchen. I can actually just go ahead and do that. Let's see here if I don't pause this. Well, we do have to pause to dig. So we're going to select here. You can see that there, and that guy. So we have those two doors. Hopefully that'll get situated then, and they'll get that dug out. It doesn't seem as though it's indicating, though. That's weird. Let's do this again. You. Yeah, we should be digging that out. Should be digging that out. I don't know what I'm missing there, but anyway, there is still plenty to do outside of that. If I actually jump back into here, we can kind of pan this down. You can see I've got the stairs there, and we can actually kind of drop down a level. Nothing planned here. Go down one more, and you can see that I've got the planning set to dig out these areas. These will be rooms, a couple 3x3 rooms, then these will be dormitory rooms. I did set a path up here going to the northeast, just to kind of give myself that option to kind of go further out. But as I go down and down and down and down and down, I know not much seems to be changing, but we are going down in the depths there. So I've dug down a bit. But anyway, we've got some more digging to do. We've got some more stuff to do out here. I'm kind of waiting for this workshop to be made. Maybe that's what Sweetie is here doing. That'd be great. Getting the workshop for the farm going. And yeah, you can see we've got the mushrooms being planted in here, which is great. Chloe's been running in and out. We've got some other people helping in there. Azazel's in there, and we have a cat. I'm sure the cat's super helpful in the farm. But anyway, lots of milling about. Lots of people running around trying to do all of the things. Cool. So progress is being made. Turns out I did have this set to dig. It just doesn't show it in Stonesense, but when there's kind of a border already. So anyway, I've punched a hole in there. We're going to do a kitchen. I may move the still in here as well. I have one outside. Let me go ahead and pause this. So that's what this is going to be, and this will basically feed into the hall here. Got a row of tables, row of chairs, although that's planned because I don't have those built yet. They're in the queue. Now, I had this kind of a too wide path going in each direction, so I actually dead ended that here. I'm going to put a door here, and probably a door here, and this is going to be for waste. I seem to recall if you put it behind a couple doors, then the stench doesn't come out here. I think they called it miasma, but it kind of keeps it in there. I may make that area a bit bigger. We've got bones out here from various like little lizards and things like that. So this says skink remains. We got lizard remains. So we're going to basically have remains and corpses in here for the most part. Obviously, if we have our own dwarves that die, will have their own setup. They won't be just tossed in the wastebasket back here. But that's kind of the idea. Kind of pass through the meeting area and go down. We're actually the digging is already begun down here for the rooms. That's kind of happening. If I break this out, you can see they're coming in here and digging all of this out right now, which is great because I have beds being made. So we need to get this going so that they have a place to rest. So that's kind of moving along. That's where we're at now. You can see that the logs took over the space out here, and then we have so many more that they're just kind of all over the place. I think what I want to do is probably do wood floor in here because I have so much. I think that wouldn't be a bad idea. We can actually come into here and go into C, and we want floor. And let's just do this whole area in here. Let's see. Let's back that up. Floor. And I need to enable the box select because I've since restarted the game. So let's go here to here. And we want, not granite, let's go to, let's see, did I do oak or willow for the floor out there? Okay, hold on, let's back this out. This is constructed floor. It's not going to tell me exactly what kind of floor. Oak log floor. Okay, so we want to go B, Shift C, F through the menu here. We're going to select this whole area, and we said we wanted oak, so we're going to move to oak, and if I hit Shift Enter, we'll just do all of it as oak floor. So there we go. I could continue this as well. Let's see, floor. We can kind of continue this to the stairs. Shift Enter. Oh, there was only 9 of those left. So we'll have to do another one. Well, we'll do willow. It's going to be a little bit of a mix of woods there, but that's okay. As long as it's wood. We got tons of wood, so we'll get all of this kind of filled in. The farm's coming along great, which is good. I think if we jump to status, we've got some plants going. We have no fish. We have some meat. Food-wise, I think we're okay. And then we've got a 100 some odd drinks. So anyway, we definitely need to get better on the food. I need to get that kitchen going, designate this area. I'm going to go ahead and pause it. We're going to set actually a stockpile area in here as well for the food and everything. So that'll help clear up some space. Still plenty to do. So one thing that happened recently was we had some new dwarves join us. I forgot to mention that just a bit ago. Joined our Outpost of Tomenames. And you can see we got a whole bunch of new names here. What are we at? We're at 13, 14, which means we had 7 more. The one in here is because one is a child, as I recall. Yep, one child. And sorry, ants, I went through and named everybody and then only then realized that you are simply a 1-year-old dwarf, and so you can't really do much. But you know what? You'll grow up. You'll become a big boy. Can help out around here. But we added Applesaucy. Let's see, who else? Who was new? We had Mojo, Vortak, Weem, Euro, I think I added. And that might have been it. Anyway, there you go. And ants, obviously, but there's where we're currently sitting. Now, if we go ahead and kind of fade back over to our build here, you can see we're paused. I've got some walls going up here. This is going to be for an animal pen. I'm going to actually go ahead and run this. So I've got one entrance here. I'll throw a doorway in, and we can have the animals in here because they're kind of just running all around right now, and I need them to be in one place. I think that'll make things a bit easier for us. So we have that going on. If I kind of move this over a bit, let's go down and look at how things are going with the rooms. Oh, we're pretty cleared out here, so we could actually start putting beds in here. I think we have some beds made. Yeah, we've got, you know, looks like 6 beds so far have been made. What is this thing? We have a whiskey barrel. Okay, cool. Looked like a dead rat or something. Now I do have some remains in here, unfortunately, so I do need to set up this room. We will get to that in a bit. Let's just kind of hop down here real quick though. And we're going to go ahead and pause this. We're going to build. Bed is B. So let's go ahead and plan these. I do have a couple 4 of these small rooms and then 2 very large rooms. We have 14 people right now. In the small rooms, I'll probably just put 3 beds. One, let's see, bed here. 2. Is that where I want that? I think that could probably work. Wasn't exactly where I imagined putting it, but let's go ahead and do that. And then we're just going to kind of match this here. Let's see, bed. So that's 6. Let's go ahead and keep going here. Let's see, needs bed. So that's all the beds that we have, but we can actually go into planning mode. Let's go ahead and turn planning mode on so we can keep placing them. Stuff like this. Okay, that would be 12. So we're pretty close with that. I suppose I could put one more bed in each of these. So there we go. We have 8 and 6 is 14. So that's exactly what we need. And I think what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and throw in 1 in each side here. So we do cover everybody there. This will be larger area, kind of a dorm area. In fact, I think all of this will just be dormitory, but you get the idea. We'll get some beds in here, some doors in here. I don't think I have spare doors to place, and it's not hugely important right now, so we're going to hold off on that. And hopefully somebody will start running some beds down there. We're still slowly putting this together. We're kind of slowly churning out seats and tables. I think I have a couple more tables and everything, but the room is slowly coming together. I finally remembered how to move the animals over here and got that set. I basically had this set, but I didn't finalize it. So we can see all the animals are finally being moved into this area. I had some cages. I think I have some nest boxes like queued to be made, but I'm also trying to wrap up some tables and everything to get this completed. I did get the room set down here. Still awaiting some doors, but at least I got the beds in there and those are being used. So that's pretty good. Now we're just going to go ahead and transition over to Stonesense to get an idea of what's going on from that view of things. So as we can see, we've got everybody running around here. The pen outside is getting filled up, which is pretty cool. And yeah, I always like kind of looking at the Stonesense view of this as I get things going. I did throw a mason into this little area here. I dug out a little spot. I've actually dug down. I made a little stairway kind of on the other side of the wall from where Weem is here. If I actually go down, you can see the stairs come down, and then I've got rooms here. I think these will be for workshops, so that they just kind of hop up, and here's where the storage is. I've done this kind of thing before where I have a big storage area and I don't circle it with different workshops, but I'll put them like directly underneath. And what that'll allow me to do is I think I'll move these guys in from outside. I have the craft dwarf spot and the carpentry outside, but I'd like to bring that inside. I think it would help to get wood storage inside as well, though, because they use a lot of wood. So I may put like wood storage down in this area. Not quite sure, but anyway, that's kind of where things are at for now. I think we're doing pretty good, and let's go ahead and switch this back. We've got everything kind of set. I've got a trade depot that's supposed to be kind of built here because I actually had some people stop in and ask me about that, so I was like, oh no, I gotta hurry up and get that set up. But anyway, I think we have a pretty good start here. Yeah, things are looking good. I like this spot. It feels relatively safe. I did pick a area that was in the wilderness, but it did seem like it was a safe area because I'm just trying to get back into getting the controls, you know, figured out again and everything. So we're kind of looking at maybe another episode or two. I'm definitely curious what you guys think about this and what you think about seeing more. So if you're let me know down in the comments, I appreciate that. Of course, if you enjoy this or my other videos, you can subscribe and hit the bell notification to make sure you get those in your feed. It's also very much appreciated. I'm not running ads in 2020, so that's a great way to support the channel and let me know you're liking what you're seeing. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and leave it at that. I want to thank you guys for stopping in and watching. As always, I appreciate it, and I will catch you next time.